Since my last video on C, a few things have changed. One, I finished both first and second seasons. Two, I am in awe of how every single scene goes horribly wrong in every season, both seasons. And three, good golly damn, what was that season 2 finale? Like, Lord Jesus Christ, why?
You can't keep getting away with it!
This obviously means we're getting a third season of this already convoluted, insane travesty of a show. But like I said, this is a train wreck going off the rails, and I can't possibly tear myself away. It's just like season 8 of Game of Thrones, if I can compare it to anything. It's somehow so bad that you just can't look away. You want to see where it goes. And I'm pretty sure at the end I'm going to hate myself for it. But when does that ever stop me, guys? I'm at the point where I don't know who is being tortured more, me or the actors who have to act this out.
I wonder, would you take me on a ride? It would mean so much to me.
We find out that the queen is definitely fucking crazy. I thought that she was after his penis, right? I was partly correct on that because apparently Jerlamarel was her favorite consort. I cannot say this man's name for the life of me. Jerlamarel, he was her favorite, so she was angry. But apparently she thought that Jerlamarel had killed her sister, allegedly. That is what she says. I'm not sure if I believe her fully, but that is what she says.
Allegedly! That was a civil suit and there was no evidence!
This woman lies, so I'm not gonna 100% vouch for that lie or that. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Sometimes I feel like she does care about her sister, but does she really care about anyone? I don't know. So when Magra is pregnant by Jerlamarel, she comes across the Alchemy, and that's where she stays. She raises her babies with Baba Voss, and you know that's where the show starts. But the Witchfinders, who are the queen's units, they're tasked with finding Jerlamarel and Magra. She's not even part of the equation because according to the queen, she thinks she's dead. So the children, the children that are being searched for, they're not Magra's children. She's just searching for any children who have sight, okay? So the queen is just, under her insane reasons, is just constantly looking for Jerlamarel because she herself wants a sighted child. She wants to be the one to have that privilege, right? We find out later the reason why, okay? Stay with me here. This thing is so fucking convoluted. Like, sometimes I'm just sitting here like, what the fuck is this? Okay. So when they finally get to the boat, like the little raft that they're building to escape, because obviously the Witchfinders eventually find their camp because fucking this dude, this motherfucker, Getherbex, is always snitching. They come searching for him. He has all the information. He's like, oh, they just left. They got on the river. There's a little raft. They're trying to escape. Let me take you to them. I just wanted to see if he died, and I guess Haniwa took it upon herself to shoot him with an arrow as they're escaping. And Tamakti Jun is standing right next to him because he is the receiver of all of this information. And he's like, well, let's just finish you off. Fucking stabs him with the rest of the arrow.
Yeah, I just save you some time.
Yeah, he dead. Whatever, we'll take it. They escape. They're on their way to go find Jerlamarel. As they're on their journey, they find out multiple secrets, like the fact that there's another one of Jerlamarel's children out there who's fucking insane and traps them underneath ground, trying to dispose of them so he can take their mom. Yeah, he killed his entire village in their sleep because they bullied him. This is what happens when Jerlamarel is just over here plopping babies everywhere and then just leaving them. And he's like, oh, come meet me over here later. I'll sell you off to the Travantes. But yes, we're getting there. They continue their journey. Magra reveals that she's actually a princess and she's actually the fucking queen's sister. But she doesn't tell that to her family, right? She just fucking leaves them in the middle of all of this. She just takes her ring and she's like, hello, I am the princess. There's another thing that's woven into the story because Boots, seeing that she is a very powerful person, is even more motivated to get rid of the rest of them. He traps them in an underground shaft. They're gone. He goes off with Magra to the queen, and yes. The more I explain it, the more convoluted it gets. And I'm just sitting here like, God. Okay, so towards the end, Magra and Tamakti Jun have a reunion. And they talk about how Magra would have been a much better queen than Sibeth, obviously. She's got many screws loose. She's kind of crazy. And yeah, there's not much that can be done about a woman who could destroy an entire city, kill her entire army's families. She just murdered everybody and was like, yeah, I don't care. I don't really care. So Tamakti Jun and Magra basically make this plot up after they find Sibeth, who had just been she had been enslaved for a bit after that whole thing that she did in Kanzua, which I think she deserved. I was okay with that. I didn't really care. Korra helped her get out of it, but yeah, that's kind of what happens when you assassinate hundreds, thousands of people. You get some karmic shit you gotta pay for. Anyway, they are about to give her this deal. They say, listen, you can either abdicate your throne and live, or we can just kill you, bitch. But surprise, bitch, Boots will not let that happen. He will not let his ticket out of here die. So he kills Tamakti Jun.
Stop! Stop! What are you doing? Get away from him!
And that's the finale of the first season. I was literally just sitting there but I don't understand how many times y'all are gonna let the queen get away with shit. Come on, Magra. Come on, kill your sister. Kill your sister. But she fucking won't. And that's why we have a second season, okay? We find out that Tamakti Jun has a reverse Uno card and he lived, okay? We don't know how. He survived a deep-ass stabbing and he survived a fire, but he lived. All because he needed to avenge his family that died in Kanzua. Honestly, I don't understand how he possibly survived that, but I was willing to accept it if he was going to kill the queen, and then he didn't, okay? You expect me to forgive that? I'm so upset. This season, this queen has committed probably the worst atrocities that she's ever committed, if that's even possible, because she murdered an entire city. So she finally meets her niece and her nephew, Kofun and Haniwa. She finally meets them, which I would be okay with if it wasn't for the fact that she drugs and molests and kind of rapes her own nephew. Yeah, she does that. That's literally something that she does. You think that she can't do anything worse, and then she does that. I was honestly so uncomfortable. It's like through the episodes, she is slowly gaining his trust and grooming him and like seeing how far she can take it. She like jerks him off in one scene and I'm like, no, don't let her touch you like that. But like he's a kid. He's never been touched like that. He kind of is growing trust in her. And then the next scene, she's fucking riding him and it gets worse because she did all of this so that she could have a sighted child. Not only that, but they have another chance at executing the queen this season. They hold an open forum with everyone. They reveal that she murdered all those people in Kanzua. They take her throne and give it to Magra. And they still don't fucking kill her. Cause Paris has the audacity to open her mouth and say that she is with child.
Right! She is with child!
Listen, I love Paris. Paris is probably my favorite character in this show, and I still think she should have kept her fucking mouth shut during this scene. Because in the very next episode, guess whose throat gets slit? Just guess. It's Paris.
No, you won't.
It's fucking Paris. Oh, Baba Voss has a brother who's Batista. Yeah, he's Batista. And it's fucking hilarious because there's multiple scenes in here where they're fighting and Batista just fucking wipes the floor with him. And he's like, oh, you remember? You remember when I was younger and you would beat my ass? I'm not smaller than you anymore. And he's just this massive thing. And I'm like, when were you ever smaller? I'm a little bothered with their storyline, okay? I'm a little bothered with the fact that Baba Voss is essentially exiled from the Travantes because of the fact that he killed their father. But the reason he killed their father is because their father ordered him to kill Ito, even after years and years of him holding this grudge over him killing their father. Why wouldn't you tell him this? Why wouldn't you tell him this? Until the end, when you're fucking stabbing him and finally killing him. Even my dad wouldn't make me kill you as I'm killing you. Son, who wrote this? Who wrote this? Who? There are so many things wrong with this show. So many things. I don't know why I'm still watching. I think I just really enjoy tearing things apart. There was one really cool part of the show, or this season rather, season 2. It was probably the war scene. Of course, it was because they were fighting. It was a fighting action scene. It was fucking sick. They had the other tribe that was supporting them fight with them against the Travantes. That was cool. And then they had like a whole rock wall fall on top of a frozen river and sink all of the Travantes to their deaths. That was pretty sick. I liked that. That was cool. I liked Toad. Toad was really cool too. But then y'all had to kill him.
It's not you who's leaving.
Yeah. The 2 coolest characters in this fucking season y'all had to kill. For shame. There was so much more that you could have done with Paris, and you have her save the queen and then get murdered by the queen. I'm just upset. I'm sorry. Like, come on, Paris. You gonna tell me you're always concerned and then you let her stab you like that?
A child who will change everything.
as he or she will be born with God's gift of vision. I know it is hard to accept something so contrary to the doctrines of our forefathers, but I have heard the voice of God. And God joined her spirit to mine and brought me back to life so that I might unite all pions to defeat our enemy in the West once and for all. Our victory has been foretold, and it will be swift, as we are chosen to safeguard these blessed children as they come, and they will come, to usher in a new world, a world in which those with sight and those without live together in harmony under my rule.
And a show that is on my list for future torturings is Euphoria, because someone told me that it's another show that I can possibly torture myself with. So I really hope if you like that show that you'll watch my unreasonable lashings of every fucking episode just because. Why not? Watch me roast all your favorite shows.